The train screamed into the station like a warning. Dust lifted, boots shuffled, and the entire town gathered out of habit more than hope. He stood apart, hat low, jaw set, holding a folded letter that had cost him half a year's wages and all his pride. A mail-order bride, that was what they whispered. The doors opened, one woman stepped down, and the air changed. She wasn't timid, she wasn't broken, her dress was plain but clean, her spine straight, her eyes sharp enough to cut through the stares. She looked at the town like she was measuring it, deciding if it was worth surviving. A child stopped crying, men forgot to laugh, even the wind seemed to pause. He felt it then, the wrongness of every expectation he'd carried. She didn't search the crowd for rescue. She searched for him. When their eyes met, something old and dangerous locked into place. Not romance, not pity, recognition. The station master cleared his throat. No one moved. She lifted her chin, stepped forward, and the town realized it wasn't witnessing a purchase, it was witnessing an arrival that would rearrange lives. They rode out without ceremony. The wagon creaked, hoofs thudded, and the town slowly exhaled behind them. He tried to speak twice and failed both times. She watched the horizon, hands steady in her lap, like she'd already learned the rhythm of this land. Finally, she broke the silence. She didn't ask his name, she used it. Said it like she'd practiced. Said it like a promise. He answered with a nod, ashamed of how much that did to him. Miles passed. The ranch came into view, rough and honest, scarred by work and loneliness. She studied it the way a general studies a battlefield. When he apologized, about the house, the distance, the life, she turned to him with eyes that had seen worse. "I didn't come here to be saved," she said. "I came to build something that won't break." The words settled heavy. He realized then that he hadn't ordered a bride. He'd invited a reckoning, and for the first time in years, the land didn't feel so empty beside him. The first night tested them both. The house creaked like it didn't trust her yet. Supper was simple, silence wasn't. He slept light, listening for regret. She slept lighter. At dawn, he found her outside, sleeves rolled, hands in the dirt, already working a plan into the soil. When he told her she didn't have to, she didn't look up. "I know," she said. "I want to." Neighbors came by pretending not to stare. She met them head on, polite, firm, unafraid. When one man made a joke too sharp, she smiled and corrected him without raising her voice. Laughter died where it stood. By noon, the ranch felt different. By dusk, it felt claimed. He watched her move through the rooms, setting things right without asking permission, and felt something tighten in his chest. Fear, awe, hope. He realized this wasn't a bargain that could be undone. Whatever storms came, she wouldn't run. And whatever ghosts haunted him, she'd already started chasing them out. Trouble arrived the way it always did, loud, ugly, certain it owned the place. Words were thrown, lines were crossed. He stepped forward out of habit. She stepped beside him out of choice. When the moment came, she didn't hide behind his shadow. She spoke, clear, steady, truth like iron. The crowd shifted, men backed down, silence fell again, thicker this time, heavier with understanding. Later, alone, he thanked her like a man who knew he'd been spared. She took his hand, not gently, but honestly. "We stand together," she said. Or not at all. In that grip, he felt the weight of the future, hard, earned, unbreakable. The town would talk, the land would test them. But the train had already delivered its truth. What stepped off that platform wasn't a bride bought by desperation. It was a woman who would change the shape of everything, and a man finally brave enough to meet her where she stood.